Working with the private sector. So I'm here today with Minister Hakima El Haite, who will be leading COP22 at the end of the year.
I'm the special envoy.
Minister Haite is the special envoy to COP22. Thank you so very much for joining us today.
Thank you for inviting me.
And so today we're having the Climate Action 2016 conference. What is your feeling around the conference? What do you think people should take away from it, and how will it feed into COP22?
I think that today we have a conference which is in the heart of the COP22 agenda. You know, COP22 agenda is an agenda of actions.
Yeah.
We spent many years negotiating. We were able to have this famous agreement in Paris, but as famous as it was, this is an agreement. So now we need to switch from the negotiation mode to the implementation mode, and this conference is really the one we need, and the one we need also to repeat in each country, everywhere around the world, to learn about what is happening, what the non-state actors are implementing. And yes, this is the way for changing the paradigm, and this is the way to say or to give a signal to all the developing countries that we are really working to make it happen. We are really working to reach the objective of Paris Agreement. We are really working and implementing concrete actions to fulfill the promises of the SDGs. And so it's wonderful what is happening now.
Absolutely. So I just want to pick up on the non-state actors. So you've been emphasizing their importance in taking action. So do you think the non-state actors like the cities and the private sector are really ready to implement the solutions that we need?
You know, I think that we were astonished 2 years ago to discover that they were already implementing. And I gave a figure of around $500 billion, which was dedicated to renewable between 2013 and 2014. And this is private sector money, and it means that private sector is already there. Territories, yes, some of them are already involved, and we had seen some experience from everywhere around the world, saying that we can create tomorrow smart cities. But the deal now and the challenge now is to make it worldwide, to change the culture, to change the developing mode, if you want. We need to have a new model of development, because it's not a luxury, this is a necessity. And we need to switch from this society to a new civilization with a low carbon emission civilization.
Absolutely. And COP22 is going to be in Marrakesh in Morocco. So what do you think the meaning of that will be for the region, for Middle East and North Africa, as well as for Africa more broadly?
You know that someone told me this is African COP. COP22 will be an African COP. I said no. COP22 is a worldwide COP. This is a UN COP. Morocco is hosting COP22, but the priorities of COP22 are coming directly from the priorities of the Paris Agreement. And in the Paris Agreement, it was clear that developed countries will help and will give their capacity building, technology transfer, financial support, and the pre-2020 actions to help the developing country to adapt to climate change, to face climate change correctly, and to develop in a sustainable way. And in those countries, developing countries, 40 countries around the world, the 50 poorest countries around the world are in Africa. So the COP22 should answer to the African voice, should answer to the small island voices who are asking for urgent actions to survive. This is a question of survival.
Absolutely. And so really it's our generation that's already feeling the impacts of climate change. So we've seen that, 2015 was the warmest year. In February we had the greatest acceleration of global temperatures. The coral reefs around Australia have been bleached. So we are feeling the impacts, but we're also the last generation that can solve the challenge. So what do you think is the opportunity for young people out there to get engaged in climate change?
I think that young people are the future. I was saying to a young girl that we are in our culture and in my country, we're saying we don't teach an old monkey to dance. This is what we are saying in our culture. But we can teach the young people to dance. We can change their culture. You will be the new generation of mayors, of politicians, of prime ministers. You will be the generation which have to change the paradigms. So I think that the youth can bring innovation, can bring hope, and I think it's very important to involve them in the negotiation, to make them understand what are the challenges, what we need for tomorrow, and they are able to innovate for us.
Fantastic. I completely agree, and that's really a lot of the work that we do. So to inspire young people to express themselves and also be part of the COP process and the international processes. So we thank you wholeheartedly.
It's me, thank you.
And we look forward to working together this year.
Thank you, and hope to see you in Marrakesh.
Oh, we will be there because...
With the youth.
Yes,